Do you ever wonder why belly fat seems to hang on no matter how hard you try, especially after 50? You're eating healthy, moving your body, doing everything you used to do, but the scale just won't budge. There's a reason for that, and it's not your fault. Let's talk about how to actually burn belly fat fast, the healthy way. As we get older, our bodies go through major changes. For men, testosterone levels start to dip, which means less muscle mass and a slower metabolism. For women, hormonal shifts after menopause cause fat to settle around the belly, hips, and thighs. The body becomes more resistant to insulin, cravings get stronger, and energy drops. You start storing more fat even when you're eating the same amount you always did. Now, here's the truth. Burning belly fat isn't about starving yourself or running for hours. It's about restoring your metabolism, balancing your hormones, and teaching your body to burn fat again instead of storing it. Let's start with what's happening inside. Every time you eat, your body releases insulin. When insulin is high, your body can't burn fat, it stores it. That's why snacking all day, even on healthy foods, keeps your insulin up and blocks fat loss. The secret is giving your body time to bring insulin down. That's where time-restricted eating or intermittent fasting helps. When you stop grazing and start spacing out your meals, your body finally gets the signal to switch from storing to burning. Next, protein. After 50, both men and women lose muscle faster. And muscle is what burns calories even when you're resting. If you don't eat enough protein, your body breaks down muscle, slows your metabolism, and stores more fat. So, aim to include high-quality protein at every meal, like eggs, fish, chicken, lentils, or Greek yogurt. It helps you stay full, stabilizes blood sugar, and fuels lean muscle. Another key step is cutting back on processed carbohydrates and sugars. These foods spike insulin, lead to cravings, and make you tired. Instead, fill your plate with fiber-rich vegetables, healthy fats like olive oil and avocados, and moderate portions of complex carbs like quinoa or sweet potatoes. These keep your blood sugar steady and your metabolism active. Sleep is another overlooked part of fat loss. When you don't get enough rest, your stress hormone cortisol rises, and cortisol tells your body to store fat, especially around your belly. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of deep, restorative sleep. Turn off screens an hour before bed, keep your room cool and dark, and go to bed at the same time each night. You'll be amazed how much this affects your weight and energy. And then there's stress. Chronic stress keeps cortisol levels high, which not only makes it harder to lose fat, but also increases cravings for sugar and comfort foods. Find ways to bring that stress down. Prayer, meditation, deep breathing, or even a quiet walk outside. A calm mind creates a balanced body. Movement is important, but it doesn't have to mean spending hours in the gym. Focus on strength training 2 to 3 times a week. When you build muscle, you build your metabolism. Add brisk walking or cycling, and you'll improve your heart health while burning extra calories. The key is consistency, not intensity. Small, steady actions win this race. Hydration matters more than most people think. As we age, we often mistake thirst for hunger. Start your morning with a full glass of water and keep sipping throughout the day. Staying hydrated helps your liver metabolize fat efficiently and keeps your energy levels steady. Here's the big picture. Belly fat isn't just about appearance, it's about your health. It's linked to heart disease, diabetes, and inflammation. But the beautiful part is when you start treating your body with patience and care, balancing meals, managing stress, sleeping deeply, and moving regularly, it begins to heal itself. Your body isn't broken. It's just waiting for you to give it the right environment to thrive again. So take a deep breath, start small, and stay consistent. Within a few weeks, you'll notice your clothes fitting better, your energy rising, and your confidence returning. You can do this not by fighting your body, but by working with it. Because when your hormones are balanced, your metabolism is restored, and your mind is calm, burning belly fat becomes not just possible, it becomes natural. That's how you burn belly fat extremely fast, by aligning your lifestyle with how your body was designed to work. Stay focused, stay patient, and remember, your best years are not behind you, they're ahead of you. After the age of 50, our bodies begin to change in ways that make it much harder to burn fat the way we used to. For men, declining testosterone levels mean a gradual loss of muscle mass and a slower metabolism. Muscle is metabolically active tissue. It burns calories even when we are at rest. So, as muscle decreases, the number of calories we burn naturally throughout the day drops, and the body starts storing more fat, especially around the belly. Women face similar challenges, though the underlying mechanisms are different. After menopause, estrogen levels drop significantly, which shifts fat storage from the hips and thighs to the abdominal area. This is one of the reasons why many women notice an increase in belly fat as they age. Hormonal changes also affect insulin sensitivity, which can make it easier to gain weight even if diet and activity levels remain constant. What this all means is that the body's internal environment changes in a way that favors fat storage over fat burning, so traditional dieting and exercise routines often stop working as effectively. Restoring metabolism after 50 starts with understanding the role of hormones. Hormones are chemical messengers that tell the body what to do, and when they are out of balance, processes like fat burning become inefficient. Insulin, cortisol, testosterone, estrogen, and growth hormone all play a role in determining how our body uses energy. High levels of insulin, often caused by frequent snacking or consuming high sugar foods, signal the body to store fat instead of burn it. Cortisol, the stress hormone, can rise due to emotional stress, poor sleep, or chronic inflammation, and it also signals the body to preserve fat, particularly around the midsection. Declining testosterone in men reduces muscle synthesis and decreases energy levels, making exercise less effective. In women, lower estrogen changes the way fat is distributed and can slow metabolism, especially if muscle mass is not maintained. Understanding these hormonal influences is crucial because any attempt to lose belly fat without addressing them is like trying to drive a car with the parking brake on. One of the most effective ways to restore metabolism is to focus on nutrition that supports hormonal balance. Protein is essential because it preserves and builds muscle, which in turn boosts metabolic rate. Eating protein at every meal ensures that the body has the building blocks it needs to maintain lean tissue. Sources such as eggs, fish, chicken, lean beef, legumes, and Greek yogurt are excellent choices. Protein also helps stabilize blood sugar, which reduces spikes in insulin and limits fat storage. In addition to protein, dietary fiber is important because it slows the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream, keeping insulin levels steady and supporting digestive health. Vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and legumes are rich in fiber and also provide essential vitamins and minerals that support hormone production and overall metabolism. Healthy fats, like those from olive oil, avocados, nuts, and fatty fish, are another key component. These fats are necessary for the production of hormones such as testosterone and estrogen and help reduce inflammation, which can interfere with metabolic processes. Time-restricted eating, often called intermittent fasting, is another strategy that can help restore metabolism. By limiting the eating window, the body has time to reduce insulin levels and shift into a fat-burning mode. When we eat constantly, insulin remains elevated, and the body does not have an opportunity to use stored fat for energy. By spacing meals appropriately and incorporating periods of fasting, the body can more efficiently mobilize fat stores, particularly in the abdominal region. This doesn't mean skipping meals haphazardly. It means creating a structured routine that allows the body to burn fat while maintaining muscle mass. Exercise is also critical for restoring metabolism. Strength training is especially important because it directly combats the loss of muscle that occurs with aging. Lifting weights, using resistance bands, or performing bodyweight exercises stimulates muscle growth, which increases the number of calories burned at rest. Even moderate strength training done consistently can produce significant improvements in metabolism over time. Cardiovascular activity, like brisk walking, cycling, or swimming, complements strength training by improving heart health, increasing energy expenditure, and enhancing insulin sensitivity. Combining both types of exercise creates a metabolic environment that favors fat loss while supporting overall health. Another factor that affects metabolism is sleep. Inadequate or poor quality sleep disrupts hormone balance, particularly insulin and cortisol. When sleep is compromised, cortisol rises, which can lead to increased fat storage and heightened appetite, especially for sugary and high-calorie foods. Growth hormone, which plays a role in muscle maintenance and fat metabolism, is also released during deep sleep. Therefore, prioritizing 7 to 8 hours of restorative sleep each night is essential. Establishing a regular bedtime, reducing exposure to screens and artificial light in the evening, and creating a cool, dark sleep environment can all support better sleep and, consequently, a healthier metabolism. Stress management is equally important because chronic stress keeps cortisol elevated, which not only increases fat storage but also makes fat loss more difficult. Incorporating stress-reducing practices such as meditation, deep breathing, prayer, mindfulness, or simply spending time in nature can help bring cortisol levels down. When the body is relaxed, it can focus on repair, fat metabolism, and maintaining healthy muscle tissue, rather than prioritizing survival mode, which promotes fat storage. Hydration also plays a subtle yet crucial role in metabolic function. Water is necessary for nearly every chemical reaction in the body, including those involved in fat metabolism. Being well hydrated ensures that the liver can efficiently process and burn fat, and it helps prevent mistaking thirst for hunger, which can lead to unnecessary snacking and elevated insulin levels. Drinking water consistently throughout the day, starting with a glass in the morning, supports these processes. Consistency is the underlying principle that ties all of these strategies together. Restoring metabolism and balancing hormones after 50 is not about quick fixes or extreme interventions. It's about creating a sustainable lifestyle that includes balanced nutrition, structured eating patterns, regular exercise, adequate sleep, stress management, and hydration. Small, consistent changes compound over time, leading to significant improvements in fat loss, energy levels, and overall health. The key to success lies in understanding the body's needs and responding to them intelligently. Instead of blaming age or genetics, recognizing how metabolism and hormones interact gives a clear roadmap for action. By focusing on restoring metabolic function rather than chasing fad diets or temporary solutions, it becomes possible to reduce belly fat effectively and safely. This approach not only helps with appearance, but also reduces the risk of metabolic disorders such as diabetes, heart disease, and inflammation-related conditions. A body with a well-functioning metabolism and balanced hormones is not only leaner, but also healthier, more energetic, and resilient. The changes made to restore metabolism support longevity and quality of life, allowing individuals to feel vibrant and active well into their later years. After the age of 50, adopting the right nutrition strategy becomes essential for managing belly fat and overall health. One of the most important principles is prioritizing protein, fiber, and healthy fats in every meal while being mindful of carbohydrate intake. Protein is critical because it supports the maintenance and growth of lean muscle, which is directly tied to metabolism. As we age, muscle mass naturally declines, a process known as sarcopenia. This loss of muscle reduces the number of calories the body burns at rest and slows down overall metabolism. To counteract this, each meal should include a significant source of high-quality protein, such as eggs, poultry, fish, lean beef, lentils, beans, or Greek yogurt. Protein not only fuels muscle maintenance but also promotes satiety, reducing overall calorie intake without the feeling of deprivation. It also helps stabilize blood sugar levels, which is crucial because frequent spikes in blood sugar trigger insulin release, promoting fat storage rather than fat burning. Fiber plays a complementary role in fat loss and metabolic health. Soluble fiber, found in foods like oats, beans, lentils, and vegetables, forms a gel-like substance in the gut that slows digestion and the absorption of sugar. This helps prevent rapid spikes in blood sugar and insulin, supporting stable energy levels and reducing craving. Insoluble fiber, found in whole grains, vegetables, and some fruits, supports digestive health by promoting regular bowel movements and the elimination of waste and toxins. A diet rich in both types of fiber keeps the digestive system functioning efficiently and helps regulate appetite naturally, which indirectly supports belly fat reduction. Eating fiber with every meal, especially in combination with protein and healthy fats, creates a metabolic environment where the body can efficiently use stored fat for energy rather than storing excess calories as abdominal fat. Healthy fats are often misunderstood, but they are essential for hormonal balance and fat metabolism. Sources such as avocados, olive oil, nuts, seeds, and fatty fish like salmon provide omega-3 and monounsaturated fats that reduce inflammation, support brain health, and help regulate hormones like testosterone, estrogen, and cortisol. These fats also contribute to satiety, making it easier to control calorie intake without feeling deprived. Including a moderate amount of healthy fats at each meal can help stabilize blood sugar levels, reduce cravings, and optimize metabolic function. Time-restricted eating, also known as intermittent fasting, is a powerful tool when combined with a nutrient-dense diet. By limiting the daily eating window, the body has periods of low insulin levels, allowing it to shift from storing fat to burning fat. For example, an eating window of 8 to 10 hours each day allows for fasting periods of 14 to 16 hours, which supports fat mobilization and improves insulin sensitivity. During fasting periods, the body turns to stored fat for energy, particularly from the belly region where fat is more metabolically active and often resistant to conventional dieting. Intermittent fasting also triggers cellular repair mechanisms and enhances mitochondrial function, which further boosts metabolism and energy levels. It is equally important to reduce the intake of processed carbohydrates and sugars. These foods cause rapid spikes in blood sugar and insulin, leading to fat storage and increased cravings. Examples include sugary drinks, pastries, white bread, pasta, and snack foods with refined flours. Replacing these with complex carbohydrates such as quinoa, brown rice, sweet potatoes, and whole grains ensures a slow and steady release of glucose into the bloodstream, minimizing insulin spikes and supporting sustainable energy levels. Pairing these complex carbs with protein and healthy fats further stabilizes blood sugar and enhances fat burning potential. Hydration plays a subtle but crucial role in supporting a fat burning lifestyle. Water is essential for metabolic processes, including the breakdown and transport of fat for energy. Many people mistake thirst for hunger, which leads to unnecessary snacking and elevated insulin levels. Drinking water consistently throughout the day, especially before meals, not only helps with appetite control but also ensures optimal liver function, which is central to fat metabolism. Including herbal teas or infused water can also support hydration while providing additional antioxidants and nutrients that improve overall health. Meal timing and portion control are additional factors that significantly impact belly fat. Eating smaller, balanced meals at regular intervals prevents excessive insulin spikes and reduces the likelihood of overeating. A combination of protein, fiber, and healthy fats in each meal ensures sustained energy levels, minimizes cravings, and creates a hormonal environment conducive to fat loss. Avoiding late-night snacking is particularly important because insulin sensitivity naturally declines in the evening, making it easier to store fat rather than burn it. Establishing a routine where the last meal is consumed a few hours before bedtime can help improve digestion, sleep quality, and overall metabolic efficiency. Supplements can sometimes support a nutrient-rich diet but should not replace whole foods. Omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin D, magnesium, and certain antioxidants can help reduce inflammation, support hormonal balance, and optimize metabolic processes. However, they should complement, not replace, a foundation of high-quality protein, fiber, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates. The focus should always remain on whole, nutrient-dense foods as the primary source of nutrition. Stress management and sleep quality are also intertwined with nutrition and metabolism. Chronic stress elevates cortisol, which promotes fat storage and increases cravings, particularly for sugary or high-calorie foods. Sleep deprivation further disrupts hunger-regulating hormones like ghrelin and leptin, leading to increased appetite and reduced energy expenditure. By combining a nutrient-dense diet with proper stress management techniques and adequate sleep, the body is more capable of using the food it consumes efficiently, building lean muscle and burning fat for energy. Consistency and sustainability are the final pieces of the puzzle. Crash diets or extreme caloric restriction may produce short-term results, but often lead to muscle loss, slowed metabolism, and rebound weight gain. A balanced diet that prioritizes protein, fiber, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates, combined with time-restricted eating, hydration, stress management, and adequate sleep, creates a long-term solution for belly fat reduction and overall health. Making small, manageable changes consistently over time compounds into meaningful results, allowing the body to adapt, restore metabolism, and maintain a leaner, healthier physique well beyond the age of 50. Managing stress, prioritizing quality sleep, and including strength training in your routine are essential strategies for burning belly fat and supporting overall health, particularly after the age of 50. Stress has a direct impact on fat storage because it elevates cortisol, a hormone released by the adrenal glands in response to perceived threats or chronic pressure. Cortisol prepares the body for survival by increasing energy availability. But when it remains high for long periods, it signals the body to store fat, particularly in the abdominal area. Belly fat is not just an aesthetic concern. It is metabolically active and associated with higher risks of heart disease, diabetes, and inflammation. Chronic stress also affects appetite, driving cravings for high-sugar, high-fat comfort foods that further exacerbate fat accumulation. Addressing stress is therefore not optional. It is a central part of any successful belly fat reduction strategy. Stress management can take many forms, and it is important to find techniques that fit your lifestyle and personality. Meditation is one of the most effective tools as it trains the mind to focus on the present moment and reduces the body's physiological stress response. Just a few minutes a day can lower cortisol levels, calm the nervous system, and improve overall mood. Deep breathing exercises, whether practiced independently or incorporated into meditation, signal the body to relax and shift from the fight or flight state into a state of recovery and repair. Physical activity itself is another natural stress reliever, as it triggers the release of endorphins, which promote feelings of well-being and reduce cortisol levels. Engaging in regular exercise, even in moderate amounts such as brisk walking, yoga, or cycling, provides both physical and mental benefits that support fat metabolism. Sleep quality is equally important when it comes to managing belly fat. The body undergoes significant repair, hormone regulation, and cellular regeneration during deep sleep. Growth hormone, which helps preserve and build lean muscle while promoting fat metabolism, is released predominantly during the deeper stages of sleep. Inadequate or poor quality sleep disrupts this process, leading to reduced muscle mass, slower metabolism, and increased fat storage. Sleep deprivation also affects appetite-regulating hormones such as ghrelin and leptin, which control hunger and satiety. When sleep is insufficient, ghrelin increases and leptin decreases, leading to heightened appetite and increased cravings for calorie-dense foods, which directly contributes to abdominal fat accumulation. Creating an environment conducive to quality sleep is critical. This includes maintaining a consistent sleep schedule, going to bed and waking up at the same time every day, and ensuring that the bedroom is dark, quiet, and cool. Reducing exposure to screens and artificial light in the hour before bed helps regulate melatonin, the hormone responsible for initiating sleep. Practices such as gentle stretching, reading, or listening to calming music can signal to the body that it is time to unwind, supporting deeper and more restorative sleep cycles. Over time, prioritizing sleep not only improves fat metabolism, but also enhances mood, cognitive function, and overall energy levels, making it easier to maintain a healthy lifestyle. Strength training is another key component for fat loss and metabolic health after 50. As the body ages, muscle mass naturally declines, and without intervention, metabolism slows, making it easier to gain fat. Strength training stimulates muscle growth, which increases basal metabolic rate, the number of calories burned at rest. This not only aids in burning belly fat, but also improves overall body composition and functional strength, supporting independence and mobility as we age. Resistance exercises can include lifting weights, using resistance bands, performing bodyweight movements like squats and push-ups, or incorporating functional exercises that mimic everyday activities. Consistency is more important than intensity. Performing strength training exercises 2 to 3 times per week is sufficient to maintain and build muscle while improving metabolic function. Combining strength training with cardiovascular exercise amplifies fat burning potential. Cardiovascular activity increases energy expenditure, improves heart health, and enhances insulin sensitivity, which helps the body efficiently use glucose for energy rather than storing it as fat. High-intensity interval training, when performed safely and appropriately, can also boost metabolism for hours after the workout, further promoting fat loss. However, the focus should remain on sustainable and consistent exercise habits rather than extreme routines that may lead to injury or burnout. Hydration and proper nutrition are important adjuncts to stress management, sleep, and exercise. Dehydration can impair metabolic function and make it harder for the body to mobilize and burn fat. Drinking adequate water throughout the day supports liver function, which is essential for processing stored fat and helps regulate appetite. Nutrition that emphasizes high-quality protein, fiber, and healthy fats provides the building blocks for muscle repair, hormone production, and sustained energy. Avoiding processed sugars and refined carbohydrates helps reduce insulin spikes, which can otherwise counteract the benefits of exercise and sleep in fat metabolism. Another crucial aspect is creating routines that integrate these elements seamlessly into daily life. Stress management, quality sleep, and exercise should not be treated as separate tasks, but as interconnected pieces of a lifestyle designed to optimize metabolic function. Planning workouts at times when energy levels are highest, scheduling meditation or deep breathing sessions consistently, and establishing a reliable bedtime routine all contribute to creating an environment where the body can efficiently burn fat, maintain muscle, and balance hormones. Social support and accountability can further enhance adherence to these strategies. Engaging with friends, family, or community groups around physical activity, mindfulness practices, or healthy living can provide motivation, encouragement, and practical tips. Sharing progress and challenges with others not only reinforces consistency, but also reduces stress by providing emotional support and reducing feelings of isolation.